Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome to another edition of A&W podcast. I'm your host, Mr. A.D.E, Mr. Africans Do Everything.
Hello, guys. Welcome again. And I'm Mr. Wale, aka Walls.
Yes, so today we're gonna be talking about the music industry and how influences on our life, especially young ones. Because adults, obviously, we know how to manage and control our emotion and thinking when it comes to music.
Yep.
But like with the children, especially with the music that's being put out nowadays in the industry and in our system, it's just like how effective it is and how influence it can influence people. What do you think?
Yeah, so basically, what we're trying to do on this topic today is more or less touch on specifically music within our community.
Yep.
And to kind of put it into perspective, I'm talking about drill music, rap music, both in the UK and in the US. Yeah. And also, we're going to kind of reference it and compare it to music like Afrobeats and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and the main reason why we're kind of talking about this is because I feel like it's something that is quite worrying at the moment, because the trend that we're seeing, it seems to be promoting the destruction of our community.
Yep.
And when I say our community, I'm talking about both our young black boys and our young black girls.
Yes.
So to kind of start off, I'll make references of a few, not to take a dig at them, but a few artists that are currently trending and the sort of music that they're putting out. Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and is it Little Nas X? Yeah. Just to kind of like use those three individuals as an example, when we think about their music and what message is behind the music in terms of the wordings, the video, and everything, where are we heading to? It's worrying, because yes, we can say, yeah, it's just music and it's down to parents to control what their children listen to. But at the same time, I think we need to identify and actually start thinking about the reason why this type of music is being pushed and what's the agenda behind it.
Yes, I mean, to start from my side of things, music for me, I've always used music to heal myself, to calm myself in any situation that I am. And when I was growing up, I used to listen to music, and what I pick most out of the music is the beat or the sound or the tempo of the beat, and the lyrics. Well, sometimes I don't really pay attention to the lyrics because I always try to turn the lyrics around and do my own version of that song. You understand? But what I've noticed with music industry in our community is that if your music is not promoting violence, if not promoting any sexual stuff, you are not gonna get signed. There's two different type of music. There's music that is spiritual, that what was the word that you used earlier on?
Like conscious music.
Conscious music, yes.
And just to kind of like go off that a little bit, when we talk about both rap, drill, and whatnot, yeah, there's conscious rap and there's destructive rap. Same as there's conscious drill and destructive drill. But what we tend to notice within our community is that attention, money, investment is being pushed into the destructive side of this music.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of us would give excuses, not myself included, and I can say that hands down. Yeah, they're just talking about their experiences and this and that. If we say it like that, let's look at it this way. Okay, cool. The purpose of you going into the industry is to change your life, right? You want to make money and come out of the bad experience that you've had, which is fine. But why do you then feel that you need to promote that in your music so much? Don't forget that the audience that are soaking this music in, most of them have never been through this. So some of them are vulnerable to the stage where they can actually look at the lifestyle that you've been through and feel like, you know what, if he's able to go through that lifestyle and he claimed that he came from poverty and he did crime as he's promoting in his music, and I can make it, why am I not going to go through that route? Because let's be honest, a lot of our children, especially within our community, yeah, are influenced by so many things out there. And we need to worry about why is that the case, because just let's kind of put things into perspective. Our music, drill, rap, R&B, whatnot, are listened to by Chinese kids, white kids, Indian kids, black kids, all of that. But why is it that when we look at statistics, yeah, we're the only one that are destroying our community from this music? A white kid will look at the music as a fiction, similar to a book that you read. Doesn't necessarily mean that not even just a white kid, to kind of like make it not seem like it's a race issue, yeah. Some of these people from other communities, they will see the music as a fiction. Why? What is it that is in the music that makes our community become so influenced by it that we start acting on it? You know, and it's worrying. You know?
And the thing about music is that, like, if we go back to slavery, right, back in the day,
Yeah.
music was our escape.
Yes.
Music was our spiritual lift.
Yes.
Even with all the punishment and everything that they bestow onto our ancestors,
Yes.
they use music to get away from it. So these people have clocked that, okay, music is really influential to these people.
Yes.
So the only way we could get them to listen to stuff is by recruiting people that will promote violence.
Agents,
yes,
that's what we call them.
They will promote violence, they will promote anything. And we're not really talking about America only, we're talking about UK as well. When it comes to drill music, why is it every time it's about postcode, about the hops, about I'm gonna shank you up? If like music record labels are actually looking for artists that will do that kind of music and said, oh, you wanna get signed? Just talk about this stuff. Battle that person. Talk bad about that person. When I look about history of white people's music, like we're not looking at race, we're just talking about music right now. Even to today, do you see any white man singing about I'm gonna come to your town and chop your head off? No. They always like, but when it comes to our own skin and old people, is it you have to promote violence to get signed? Conscious rappers don't get signed.
A lot.
What do you mean a lot?
They don't even get the exposure that they need.
Do you know any conscious rapper? No, you don't. You have to talk about destructive
Yes.
stuff to make it happen. And it's basically scaring me now, especially when it comes to Meg Stallion and Cardi B. Like, I don't have anything with the LGBTQ society, whatever you guys are, but they are messing the mind of our women up, especially
our young
black queens, women. They're messing it up. They're telling, oh, if your man don't have no money, don't give him no coochie. You understand? Saying stuff like, oh, me and you, showing videos showing explicit stuff like
literally
rubbing skins together and
basically stuff. What this is showing, if you guys look at the video, yeah, is basically showing softcore porn on live TV. Yes, me and you and a lot of adults can process that and look at it as just a video, but just imagine what influence it's having on our young children.
Yes.
Because one thing that I can say is it makes young girls feel like, you know what, I will go and do it whichever way I can do it, even if it means exposing myself. And by saying that, I'm gonna bring this up quickly. TikTok. I'm kind of sad because of recent I see a lot of I'll be walking, driving, public transport, whatnot, and you see I don't care about any other backgrounds, communities. I'm talking about our community. We are so sucked into simple little distractions while big changes are happening in our environment. How can I be seeing people randomly just stand somewhere, place their phone somewhere, and start doing random moves. They'll place the camera and run because they've set a timer to quickly take a video and this and that with nobody else with them. And I'm thinking to myself, wow. But anyway, let's get back to the music.
Yes.
So
I'll continue with the females. If you guys don't pay attention to it, listen, I'm not of this planet. I'm cut from a different cloth.
Yes.
What I see is that's the plan of depopulating the nation in our community. And they know that women are the backbone of our community.
Yes.
Because,
Black women.
Yes, because they hold us strong. They made us feel like, yes, we come from a queen. You understand? But how do you disrupt that? By
focusing on the queen.
Yes.
Because if you can get to the queen, everything else crumbles.
Scattered. Our young boys going in the street stabbing each other because of postcode. Like, it's very sickening and saddening. And I'm just like, the way I say it, back in the days we used to say, oh yes, white people are the one that started this, we blame white people for this. But now what they're doing now with this media and music and everything, they're ironing black people to do the Lil Nas video. I've been seeing a little clip of it, but that thing was so devilish and so scary. I'm just thinking, why is this so comfortable now to be able to promote like this kind of stuff? You understand? Like evilness in music. What happened to Lauryn Hill? Beautiful black queen, speaking the truth. They will never give her a record label.
They won't even give her roses and she's still alive.
You understand?
But
And
we know
all of this stuff. So this kind of music that they're getting signed, the music that they're making for our children nowadays is like, trust me, you might think it's just music. This thing, when they listen to it 3, 4, 5 times, it become numb to them. You understand? Women will be telling, I don't need no man in my life. I don't need this in my life. No, you do. Because if you don't need no man, you have to produce a child, unless you decide not to produce a child. You understand?
Just to kind of touch on the whole aspect of this destructive music, as I would call it. Let's look at some of the biggest artists that are both in the UK and in the US. I wouldn't necessarily want to name names, but the concept behind this thing I'm about to tell you still applies. A lot of these people have put music out there that have destroyed lives. Let's talk about Chicago music, Chirac or whatever they call it. Many people are still dying from that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the
UK
whole
music as well.
UK music. I don't want to say no names, but South against West and West against East. People are still losing lives. But the saddest thing that people are not realizing is the people that are making this music, their children are not going through that.
Nope.
Their children are probably going to go into private schools, which means, let's look at it this way, which means as a black person that's doing this type of music, I'm going to look at the camera when I say this, you are more than happy to profit from the music that you do, as long as it's destroying others and not your own, because by doing that, you're securing that your children will go to private schools. How conscious are you?
And the funny thing is that there was a clip of Cardi B playing our own music, yeah? As soon as her daughter came into the film, she stopped the music. So, you know that this music is bad for girls, but the industry is still putting it out there like, yeah, go and destroy your own people now. I'm looking at other races in like music. I don't see any violence. It's all about love. It's all about
survival.
It's about surviving. But when it comes to black people, chop your head off.
Shoot you up,
chef
you,
shank you.
I'm repping green, anything green get burnt.
Red, blue. I'm repping a town that your parents don't own a house in. Like, come on, wake up, man. You guys have to use your third eye, man. I'm sorry, but like we have to be real about this.
So, and also when we look at it deeply, very, very deeply, yeah, what our music is doing basically is committing genocide in our community. And the saddest thing is, yeah, the record labels don't have to physically come down and do anything to us no more, because you know why?
We're doing it ourselves.
We're doing the fucking, excuse my French, we're doing a great job
Just
ourselves. Because let's look at London, for example, in the last 5 years alone. How many stabbings and death shootings has happened? It's gotten so bad that, yeah, we used to ignore it before because it was just amongst boys. How many girls are getting stabbed now? Or because, for example, I spoke to you, you didn't respond the way I liked, and I felt embarrassed in front of my crew, I will stab her up. Where are we heading? Seriously, we need to, I know it might seem like this is a very sensitive topic or subject, but
we have to talk on
we need to. Lil Nas X current music, I'm not saying anyone should go and watch it, but I do believe people should see clips of it. It speaks volume. How can you be promoting Lucifer in our community?
And it's on live TV.
So where are all the pastors? Where are the Jesse James, Al Sharpton, or whatever their names are? Where are they going against this? Because it is destroying our community.
It got scary for me, because I started asking God, like, please don't let them get away with this stuff, man. There's a lot of things that's happening that is just like scary. Like, if we don't take hand, you think vaccination is what they're using to kill you? Music is gonna kill you.
And another thing that I wanted to say, I saw a clip recently. It was basically, to put it into, cut it short basically. It was 2-3 white guys that were sat together. One of them was a doctor, and I think the other two were like reporters asking him, or journalists asking him questions. And he said something in regards to like black people in Africa. And he said, when we look at the way the world is now, yeah, everywhere in the world is trying to survive economically. But when we look at Africa, we're just reproducing. We're just having children. But a lot of these children are not bringing anything back. So that's the reason why they have this agenda, yeah. And when I say Africa, not even just Africa, like just to kind of like, yeah, to make you understand, like within our community, they see us as just reproducers and we're not giving back to the community. So they've now concluded that they have to figure out a way to control that. So I've met girls as of recent. I don't want no boyfriend. I can't stand men. So if you're expressing that publicly, what's your psyche like? And then before you know it, anyway, let's not get off topic. So yes, guys, we need to be focused on our community.
And
we need to do for ourselves, because yes, you want to be a rapper, you want to just know that if you're going to benefit from the destruction of your community, with the thought that as long as it doesn't affect mine, you're part of the problem.
You're part of the problem. So I think that's the end of the topic today. Like before we start going on. So I mean, if you see anything against what we just said today, please leave your comment. We would like to read it.
Yes.
You understand? And I'm not trying to be ignorant or something, but I just see that this is really, really going to downhill for our community, especially our black kings and black queens. We love them, and we want
them to live
longer.
It's sad because, like, me personally, and I know my brother as well, I look forward to when I'm 70.
Yeah.
I pray to God I even live to as old as 80. I want to see my children. I want to see my children's children.
Yeah.
But it's sad that in our community now, a lot of children can't even see themselves past 40, 50. If we as adults are not seeing this as a problem,
we are part of the problem too.
Yeah, it's sad. And also, on the next podcast, we will be going into the effectiveness of protest.
Yes. And that's it from me and my co-host. We shall see you on the next episode of A&W Podcast.
Have a great day, guys. Stay safe and look after yourself.
Salute.